we kind of like ebb and flow with it. And that is so perfect for what we're doing with our
Mm,
lives, like it's been therapeutic to
yeah.
have these check-ins, or whether we record or not,
Yeah.
and just talking about the things that we decide to kind of chat about and go in depth about is like it helps me. It's the best like support system. And I
Mm,
always talk about Ellen people because I'm just like, well, my friend and I we're both kind of like on parallel journeys in our, respective careers, because we can actually talk about it with each other.
yeah.
And I know we've discussed on this podcast before, like we have other friends who are maybe not entrepreneurs or solopreneurs in any type of way. And obviously they're there for us and supportive and
Yeah.
excited to hear about the things that we're doing. But it's so different when you can talk to someone who's actively going through it with you, alongside
Mm-hmm.
you, and you guys can, go back and forth and like, oh my gosh, well, I'm going through the same thing, and look at what happened with this. Like,
Yep.
I'm thinking about this, and I don't even
Yeah.
know what
Like we're just
like
talking about invoices. Like
yeah.
not
We're selling
everybody.
30, we're talking about net 30. Okay.
Exactly, exactly. Like not it's not like a good or bad thing that like other people don't get it or don't or do get it. It's just
Right.
that we are in a similar world and we do get it. And we're like, yeah, that is this. That makes me feel this. Does that make you feel that way? Or like I do this. What do
Right.
you do? It's like so
It's
helpful.
helpful in a way that like only entrepreneurs would understand, and especially being a solopreneur, like we don't have workplace banter. We don't have
Yeah.
water cooler talk. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So this is one of those venues where we can actually do those things and kind of
Yep.
go back and forth and
Welcome to the
share.
water cooler.
This is the water. We spoke about that, I think, in one of the early episodes.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned like, "Oh, this is like my water cooler talk,"
Oh, for sure.
being an
There's
entrepreneur.
so much I feel that women share at the water cooler, quote unquote, in a
Right.
workplace. Like there is that like sense of like connection and community, even within a workplace of like women just kind of connecting and like, is this happening to you in the office? Or like, what do you think about this? Or did you hear that? Like there is so much, or like, what do you do for this? Or like, oh my God, how do I save money on that? Like if you start to kind of, and I wonder if there's even kind of studies or culture, like probably not because it's about women and people don't, focus on us
Who
enough.
cares?
But,
Right.
I would be curious to know if there's some kind of like sociological study about like
Mhm.
office culture and
Yeah.
how perhaps if there's like more women in an office, there's like more culture
Oh, I bet.
and like what that looks like community culture versus just,
Yeah.
oh, we play ping pong because it's a startup and like everyone's wearing hoodies and like we get
Right,
great
right.
lunches and like there's a cold brew machine. Like that's a culture,
Yeah.
but that's not community,
Right, right.
you know?
Exactly. Yep.
And that's what I feel like we're doing here. Regions podcast. The Regions podcast.